acceleration's already off.
Okay. And of course, like putting Discord in low priority to Task Manager can help as well.
All right, I believe we are live. Hello, I'm your runner here, ChocoMuffin. I will be running Left 4 Dead 2's main campaigns with the Jumpman category. With me, I have Eurus Patrick.
Hello.
And Loki,
Yellow.
who will be my commentators for today's run. So as we're loading into the game right off the bat, you will notice we will not be spawning in with any bots, and that is because this mutation made by Darut Leafstorm has removed them entirely from
anyone out there?
From the server.
Yeah, it's gonna be just a single player.
Yep, time will start as soon as I gain control. I will do that automatically. I think it should. Yep.
Hey, Whispering Oaks.
So yeah, in this game, the major movement technique is called bunny hopping. You might know it from most of the Source games. Although in Left 4 Dead 2, it's a bit different because you need to hit the hops at like the same frame you land, or the same tick, and it's a tick perfect trick, which is like 33 milliseconds to react to it, so it's pretty difficult. But yeah, there's also this mutation. Was it explained what this mutation does? Like the main thing?
This mutation is just double jumps. There's nothing else added except that the bots are removed and you can double jump. We are also playing on a later version because add-ons weren't introduced until this version, I believe, 2.147.
Yeah, they were already introduced, I think, in the first versions, but I think they're just most of them are not working anymore. So yeah, we just had to just use this one version for all the add-ons, so we don't have to worry about them working on all versions.
Oh, I did forget to change the timer to RTA. It shouldn't be that big of a difference. It's only a couple seconds.
I think you can just change it in the night on Lightstick.
Where you all at?
Nah, it's fine. Coming up here, we see a pretty major skip that avoids going inside this building entirely. You can just ride this roof all the way until this ramp.
The king of foods.
Here will be another one to skip going all the way to the right. If I don't get trolled. There we go.
Those leaping on your back bitches is around. Hands up, go!
So yeah, I don't think I fully finished talking about the bunny hopping, because you don't just get speed from jumping. You need to strafe when you're in air by going from left to right. And this movement gains you speed. The jumping only maintains the speed that you gained. So yeah, and it's gonna be the main movement technique throughout the whole run.
If you're as you can try to boost your audio on Discord a little bit. It's a little low on the stream itself. Don't know if it's good on fly on Discord though.
All back at me, folks.
Maybe I can just boost my own.
Yes. Not too much, a little, like 10% if you can.
I know, it's already nuts.
Quiet, everybody. I hear a bitch.
Yeah, also about this game is quite random. So there's gonna be a lot of random happening. The spots of the zombies, all the specials, the tanks, everything basically in this game. Even sometimes it's gonna be random.
There's a chump.
So I'm just gonna
Over this
maybe I will just move closer to the microphone.
Where you all at?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can never expect what's gonna happen in this run. There's a lot of decision making, and I think it's pretty fun to watch.
And Left 4 Dead is probably like one of the harder speedrun games to ever play, because everything is random.
It's definitely the hardest ski
Man,
game I've
That
ever
got
played.
bad.
It gets frustrating sometimes. It makes the runs unique every time you play, because everything can change.
Yeah, I think it's more of like not the tricks execution, because it's also important in this game to know how to execute tricks, but it's not the most important thing. The most important in this game is experience and to see the patterns in different situations, and the decision that you make are really important.
Let's get inside
So
the
it's
stadium.
basically like,
I have an idea.
oh, you see what RNG you got on a certain level, and
Where
you try
you all
to
at?
run it in the way that is the fastest for the current RNG that you have.
All right, this is gonna
Man.
open the gate.
It's
And what the hell?
rather what I would call it.
And what you'll see here is known as a God spot, where I can't explain it too well, but I believe you do know more about God spots than I do.
Yeah, so basically the God spots are when basically the pathing in this game, like for AI, is made in a way that there are squares like all over the map, and AI is gonna try to find how to move from square to square to pass through, but those squares are not everywhere on the map, and some spots don't have them or they don't work properly. So the commons will, or in fact, they will not know how to path to the player, so they will just stay still and just dance around. Oh, they will just try to go in a straight line towards the player, which, if there is a wall in the way, they will just path to it, like straight. So yeah, that does not work perfectly.
And I'm probably the only
All
person
about
on
that, folks.
here on the commenting couch is that who doesn't know that much of a Jumpman. So it's surprising how much you can break the game with only one added jump height,
I
basically.
hit it.
Yeah, this game is actually so much different on this mutation.
Grenades coming at
It's also, apart from the fact that you don't have to kill the bots at the start of every level, but this one additional jump makes it so you can do the skips that you would only do in co-op. Yes, in co-op there's a technique with the boosts, and you can just gain a lot of height. In jump med you can just double jump, gains a little bit more height, and it actually like changes the game quite. Yeah, it's quite different.
And yeah, and these are called like holdout events, finals, this concert area. And like when you just stay in God spots in finals, because the AI zombies can path you, they die faster than like trying to kill them yourself. So the final goes way faster, and it makes it a lot easier too.
Yeah, technically, if you have if you play co-op, you have 4 people that know what they are doing. You can technically go faster by just killing them. But if you're alone, like there's no way you can kill the commons faster than staying in a god spot and waiting for them to disappear. It only takes like 5 seconds for them to disappear. So in solo, if you have a god spot, it's way faster.
Yeah. And there's only like few things that can get you into God spots. Like few of
That's
the
what I was
special
talking about.
zombies can get to them if they spawn in certain places. And tanks, of course, the big bad guys can sometimes path you if they spawn in bad positions. But that's about it. What can go wrong in this place?
Yeah, specials will usually like not stand still, but they will try path in a straight line towards the player. So sometimes they can just pop out, like behind the wall
Grenade!
or something. But yeah, there's literally no threat. these finales. It's basically an autoscroller right now. Although it's random how fast it is.
Yeah, depending how you look at the game, these are the most boring parts of the run. But they're the great place for the right rest for the last or next campaign. You can have a little breathing room.
And finishing up here. Oh, there you go.
Oh, are you gonna do the coin toss?
I'm not going to do a coin toss.
So does not work on this version? I honestly cannot remember.
It
Oh,
does put
wow,
a
that was...
choco.
that was an interesting tag, because he would actually see him. Usually when you can, like, you have an eye contact with a tank, and you're in the god spot, the tank will usually not die, but I think the fact that the tank
I hear
threw
her.
a rock when he popped out, then it actually saved it. For some reason, the line of sight doesn't count if the tank is from a rock, so the tank could die. Also, that death was faster because it was running too.
Hey,
That's a really fast back on.
Yeah, that was about a 940, I believe.
Yes. With coin
pretty-
toss, that would have been 920.
Yeah, that would have been world record with coin toss, actually. I think.
Run.
Yeah, you also got a coin toss chopper.
But of course,
don't
I'm not
forget.
gonna risk it. Oh yeah.
This can sometimes be really punishing because you don't really, if you want to be fast, you really don't want to grab the weapons at the start. So commons can be sometimes a little annoying. These keeps, man, they blow my mind.
Comments are overall annoying. I mean,
Yes.
even if you have weapons, just
we almost didn't make it.
what do you even do? They're just in the way.
Yeah.
I believe the only reason we're able to use the top of the roofs there is because Versus is a thing. Am I right on that?
I am not sure because Valve also has special clips that
Where you
only
all
work
at?
for survivors. Doesn't
Come
that
on.
it don't work
let's hit
for
the bar.
specials.
And these, like, Paris is such a weird one. I've gone through the maps, like map files on a map editor, and there's such a weird things because they don't even include any optimization things. So those top of the roofs are always rendered for no reason, and there is no good explanation because every other campaign and every other map, basically out of Parish,
Where
has
is
like
Cedar?
those roofs. They're
Good
like
question. Where the
basically
hell
not.
is
I think
Cedar?
it's also the fact that this map was probably the first map that they did, so I think they were just testing a lot of stuff in this campaign.
Yes.
Somebody's gonna shoot. Grabbing a shot.
That was also the campaign that was released in the beta version. Left 4 Dead 2,
Hey, anyone out there?
along with Swamp Fever, I believe.
That one's mine.
Okay.
That was a nice run.
Versus tank.
Hitboxes.
I'm just gonna go ahead and heal myself there.
Look, that freeway's heading right to our bridge. Safe house, let's go. Right, touchdown.
Okay, that's gonna be an interesting
Holla
map
back
coming
at
up.
me, fo-
Yeah, first I think I'm gonna explain the water slowdown in this game. So there are gonna be parts of this game when there's gonna be water,
Hey,
and if you're in
anyone out
water,
there?
then your movement is
This
slowed down.
freeway's gotta hook up with the bridge.
So let's say your base movement speed is 220. It's also in units per second in this game. So let's say the regular one is 220. You in water you can slow down to like around 120. I can't remember the exact value, but you can negate the slowdown by using adrenaline. That not only negates the slowdown, it also like gives you the regular adrenaline movement speed, which is 260. So yeah, we usually try to save adrenaline for the water parts of this game. Like it's gonna be coming up right now. And there's also another interesting thing about this level is that the pathing at the end is completely random. It can be either good or bad. It's like a 50-50. There's four possible ways this part can spawn, and 2 of them are good and 2 of them are bad. So yeah, depending on what Choco gets, it's gonna be either 15-second loss or not.
I think cars here is bad because the commons will start spawning on top of this ladder. They can sometimes.
Yeah, not always.
Yeah, not always. That was good.
We're starting.
Oh yeah.
It goes from the closer you are, the worse it is. Basically.
Well, until you have the best, then it's the other way around.
Where you all at?
But yeah, overall, if you have the path that goes like that turns the closer to the bridge, that gets blown up, it's getting like a little bit of labyrinth, or like you need to go around a lot of those graves.
And yeah, and because the ground is so uneven on the
Let's put it
cemetery
behind
area,
us.
it's
We
practically
good, y'all.
impossible to keep
We
hopping
good.
through them.
Yeah, it's really difficult. I know it's like there's only like a few clips of people actually managing to hop through most of that cemetery, and
Hey, anyone out there?
yeah, it's just an insane thing.
Yeah,
that
because
happens.
b-hopping on uneven ground is practically quest when you need to b-hop. It's completely this game. There's no way to like skillfully to do it all the time.
Well, technically, if you're like perfect at this game, then yeah, sure. But I don't think it will take you 10,000 hours of this game even to be that good.
Yeah,
Well, there was
Jumpman is a very overpowered category in the sense that I can just skip going all the way around the zigzag pattern of this map and getting absolutely obliterated by commons and specials in the base game, but in Jumpman it is
Yeah,
a lot
Choco-
free.
The Choco was just in out of bounds area, basically. So you could jump out into out of bounds area,
They
go a
played
little
us
bit out
tough.
of bounds, and then skip basically the entire level.
Yeah, and that area was basically what they use in co-op as well for boosting each other over the fence. But in Jumpman, you can just do it by yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's gonna be another skip here on this map,
This has been so far a clean parish.
surprisingly.
Yeah, parish
Oh, it's
usually
been a
is
parish.
yes.
Those sound like soldiers.
Keep this
Somebody
insane.
talk to them.
You're probably very confused as to why I am bunny hopping on thin air, and that is because the bridge clip is preloaded, so we are able to go out of bounds temporarily to be able to get onto that. And I believe that is like the
Yeah,
only
basically.
use is in this category.
Yeah, it's basically like the whole bridge that would, in a normal game would come down. The clips are already like loaded in there. Even though the whole bridge that is above is still clipped. It's like, I don't know, it's double.
It's
for some reason.
game engine up like saving resources, so you preload basically. You can think of the upper bridge that we saw is like animation basically. It's not physical thing.
Yeah, which is like still bothers me, like why it's a thing, because it's like the whole top part of that bridge is still solid. Like you can just go up there and like try it by yourself. Like it's you can just normally walk around. So like I don't really see the point of that clip that is below the bridge, but yeah, thanks to that clip we can just skip that and jump, man.
Yeah, because lowering the bridge, it takes like what 15 seconds for it to come down.
Yeah,
And
it's
after
never
you
really-
lower the bridge, there will be a horde event, because this is technically a finale, so we will have tank spawn,
There we go.
and common spawns all the time, so bunny hopping would be really hard.
Yeah, it's definitely annoying on regular solo, where you cannot skip it.
Maybe someday.
I must say that currently it's impossible to skip it because we either don't know a way to skip it yet, or there just isn't.
And it's leaning little on the latter because the game is very old. It came out in 2009.
It's them or us.
Yeah, I wonder if, like, I don't know, in far
Elevators out.
future, even Left 4 Dead 2 would be solved.
Get
What's
in the
called
elevator.
solved. You have things like, for example, Super Mario Bros. Where it's basically like solved. Like, this is how fast you can ever. Like, there is a specific series of inputs where like, this is the fastest you can go in the game. I wonder if it's possible for Left 4 Dead 2.
A lot of things happen in this map.
All right, enough chat. Get ready. Hey,
There you go. Also, thanks to
betting on the other
Jumpman,
guys.
you can negate the fall damage. So, like, if you fall from a high place, you can just right before you hit the ground, you can just jump again and negate the fall damage. That's pretty cool.
hey, anyone out there? Let's go find that mall. Heads
Other
up.
thing that is slightly annoying speedrunning wise in these mutations, Jumpman, especially in Rocket Dude and many others,
In
is
here.
that for some reason tanks start
Down here.
like moving way earlier than they're supposed to.
Oh yeah, that's actually totally forgot about the thing about mutations. Like, all mutations behave like that. As soon as the tank spawns, it gets automatically aggroed. Where in a normal game, the tank would spawn, but it would stay still until
Sheriff, that ain't you,
until
is it,
you
girl?
have a line of sight of it. Then it would aggro. But on mutations, this is different.
Coming.
Still have no idea why this happens. I think it might have got fixed on the last one, but
Come on,
I'm not
this way.
sure. Like, there were so many
Where
things
you
happening in
all
the
at?
last one that even though I was one of the devs, I did not
Gun store's just down these
remember
stairs.
everything that was changed in the patch.
He's here.
And last that being, if you do not know, it's the newest, biggest update of the game.
The game wasn't updated in like 9 years, so finally Valve allowed to give it some love.
Ooh, this
Well, man,
amazing tank spawn.
I'll get
Am I
you
right?
your drinks.
The Condescend Tank. Killer of street runs.
Thankfully, he will be able to
I got the coat.
bypass him with the jumps.
Little guy.
Hands really hit that shopping cart into me.
I got the cola. Let's get back.
Ooh, that was close.
All right. I got the crazy man's cola. Let's go. Holler back at me, folks. That's how I used to play a path when I played college ball. Look alive. We're getting close to the mall.
Oh yeah, and Adrenaline allows you to perform every kind of action, like double speed basically.
This
So
mall
it
look busy
is
to you?
used for this campaign's finale. So it is really important.
That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, for some reason the adrenaline makes you pass the cola pack faster. Also fills the gas into the car faster.
Hey, anyone out
I
there?
have no idea why.
I actually know the reason behind this reasoning. When they was creating Adrenaline in Left 4 Dead 2, it was using the same model as the pain killers that they like pain bottles.
Through here.
And they thought it was
Down
too
that
similar to
escalator.
the pills, so they changed to perform every
I can
action
roll up a
like
whole
time
pizza
action
right
faster,
now.
so it won't be
Eat it
literally the same
self-style.
thing.
Come
That
on,
is the only
this
reason why
way.
adrenaline exists.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, what is the reason why they?
Well,
why
the reasoning is
like they made it so you fill the car faster. Yeah, you are under the adrenaline effect. It's just so weird. Like, okay, I understand. Like, you heal faster. You can defib people faster. You can move faster through water. Like, just normally move faster.
Where you all at?
Why don't you
Last one to turn off the alarm is a rotten egg.
Well, like passing the plot to a dude. They instead of taking it taking 2 seconds, it takes a second.
saves time.
Got it. I can still hear it in my head. But I think
Choco,
you know-
at some point when you get a god spot, lower the game value at tap it. Too.
I can do that. Yep.
Quiet, y'all.
Pretty loud on the game audio.
Turn off the light.
Yeah, loud.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit too low.
No, I like commentators are too low. Choco is fine. Like the game audio is kind of cutting
Oh.
off sometimes.
Holler back at me, folks. He almost didn't make it.
Can actually change it right now. Might as well.
Yeah, drop it like 10 decibels, 5 decibels, I would imagine.
Okay, maybe not. Thought I could activate the pause menu faster.
Where you all at?
There we go.
If we see a Jimmy Gibbs zombie, somebody else.
Yeah,
is
there's
gonna
gonna
have
be
to
a
kill him.
skip right here. I'm just gonna jump rent a few scaffolding things, and this basically skips the elevator ride, which would. Oop,
Oof.
that was
You want to talk
close.
about it?
Yeah,
I'll
it
just
will
take a-
skip the elevator ride, which will activate the whole finale here, which is the gas filling kind of finale.
And here's what we were referring to, filling up the
I got
car
it.
with a gas.
Yeah, normally these gas cans would be highlighted, but because skip it,
Grabbing a shot.
they are not highlighted.
I got
It's
this
a little
one.
bit more difficult. Oh yeah, you
got
skip
one.
the 30-second elevator, right? So faster.
Holler back at me, folks.
This is basically perfect RNG too.
Ooh,
Got it.
nice. So there's like, what, 9 different spawn locations?
Heads up.
More? I don't know off the top of my head. There's quite a lot of them.
4, 5,
I got it.
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there are 9. So out of those 9 spots, 6 of them are gonna have gas cans.
Yeah, because you only need 8, so. And every spot usually has 2. There's one in front of the elevator that is always there, and that's only one thing,
All
so.
ass and get gas.
Yeah, there's a 13th can.
I got baby, please, please. Filling it up here.
And here's
And I
what
take
we
adrenaline, and yeah, you just fill the car faster.
meant. Of course, like, man is
Oh,
taking naturally, and of course the
well.
gravity is going to be affected. Oh.
I thought I had 8 cans, but I mean, you get the idea. One more cannon that would have ended the map.
So
It's
close.
kind of unfortunate.
If this was a real run, it would not count because the screen has to fade to black in order for your run to get verified.
So yeah, unfortunately, it's
Invalid.
invalid run
Yep.
now, but
That's whatever. And in my record for this category, I do this campaign actually first to do a skip called Tank Skip. And that's where you use a tank to fly over this big ferry section using your extra jump. You can also do it in normal, but it is a lot harder to time.
yeah, basically the additional jump in this mutation makes it so Like, it's basically free if you get a tank.
I will not be doing it this time, so
This ain't gonna be
we will hang
Yeah,
on.
it's hard to kill.
If you're not playing
Oh, wait,
Jumpman
what?
and you
There's a
play
tank.
normal,
Hold on, I'm doing this.
how did you get tank damage? Huh?
Yeah, it's just mutations thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so out of the two or three of us, I'm the only person who has not run Jumpman, to my knowledge.
These comments are not going to be very good for me here.
I'm probably farming.
I'm going to try it. Oh, we got it, baby.
Oh,
Nice.
Let's go.
So,
That actually
while the-
saves about a minute and a half waiting for that ferry to come forth and back.
Yes, and this section now becomes a huge god spot.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's not gonna be any infected right now.
And the thing with when commons are hitting you, there's a chance that they do a 1 damage hit on easy, so that will completely like not allow you to move. Basically, you cannot jump, and you need to jump for that tank skip. That's pretty much why the commons were a problem.
Where you
Yeah,
all
it
at?
was a little bit scary, but worked out. It's pretty cool.
And adrenaline is really important in Swamp Fever, because, well, the whole map is basically only water.
I say you're gonna be slowed down a lot.
Yes. And if you're not a god, you will not be hitting any B-hobs while guessing basically where the ground is.
Very
Where
surprised
you
I hit
all
the skip. That's crazy.
But you wanted to get it, you got it.
Grabbing a shot.
I was like testing out this
Where
this
in the
mutation a
hell are
little bit and this tank.
Grabbing a shot.
Yeah, I don't know. This tank is really weird because sometimes it spawns like way after the event already started. And it spawns out of bounds for some reason. And it's really weird thing on on mutations, especially on Swamp Fever.
Hello, another tank.
Good advent spawn since.
Holla back at me, folks.
Oh yeah, and we could explain at some point why specials are annoying. In solo runs.
Oh yeah, and, they're annoying because they can get you and then you die. 'Cause they
Yeah, because the game is
If you're
designed
pin-
as a multiplayer game, so...
That one's mine.
Yeah, this game is like really difficult.
Quiet, everybody. I hear a bitch.
I think it's kind of interesting that because the
Safe house up ahead.
sometimes the director is like the
We just
like
made
kind
that.
of AI for spawning infected on the map. And this game is called Director. And the Director, I don't think it can keep up if a person like goes through the level really fast. So
Holla
the faster
back
you
at me,
go,
folks.
the easier levels get.
Careful looking for supplies. Show
It's kind of
respect.
funny because
Grabbing a
it's
shot.
usually in speed games for like when you first start, it's you're getting a time that is like twice as the watch record or something. And then like the faster and faster you get, like the closer the time difference matters. Like on top level, for example, Super Mario Bros. Milliseconds, not seconds. But in this game, it's kind of, I don't know, interesting that the improvement goes linearly.
Yes.
I don't know.
Where you all at?
Just because of the fact that the faster you go, the easier game gets.
Sounds like a hunter. Finally, a safe house.
And like with Director, it controls basically everything about the game. It controls the map pathing, it controls spawns, item spawns,
just
tank
made
spawn.
that.
It's basically the AI overlord of this game.
um, usually works against us, but
Sometimes good RNG.
Holla back at me, folks.
Oh yeah, Swamp Fever has this crazy good final card spot as well.
I also sometimes like
Down the street.
enjoy mutations a little bit more because I think mutations in this game are more
There's the house.
beginners friendly. I think because, for example, maybe not in Jumpman. In Jumpman, probably it's pretty important. But for example, Rocket Dude, that's another mutation. The random elements just do not matter as much.
Where you all at?
It's pretty close.
Can anyone hear me?
The Rocket Fuel is the perfect balance, I would say, between a meme kind of mutation and a normal gameplay. Because you can carry a lot of your skill from the normal categories to this category, because they're practically the same, except you have double jumps and no bots.
Grab and puke.
Oh, in Jumpman, yeah. Oh yeah, now there's gonna be a jumping out of the finale spot, area I mean, and going into a god spot, which is basically the whole back of this map. For some reason, if you start the finale, the whole back of this map is just a giant god spot. And commons cannot path to you, so they just despawn.
I will be searching for adrenaline during this time, as well as just waiting for time to pass.
Search these houses.
See now, Choco isn't doing anything because it's technically an auto-scroller.
Yeah, we were waiting, basically. There's hard rain after this, right?
Yep, that'll be the last campaign I will be running.
Yeah, Jumpman and like Left 4 Dead in total, it's a pretty short game. The main campaign, it's only 5 campaigns. It can be short, but if you die a lot and everything goes wrong, well, it can last upwards of 2 hours. I think it's the slowest submitted mains time.
You mean solo, right?
Yes.
Like regular solo?
Yes.
Yeah, around 2 hours, I think. The regular for record is like what? I can't even remember. 46-20 something.
Yeah, 24 is the vocal text world record. And the world record for Jumpman is done by Choco, and who's actually playing right now, and that is 43.
43-11, which I actually got on Wednesday, just 2 days ago.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, hey, Jockey. How you doing?
So yeah, Choco is basically the expert of Jumpman. Are you actually gonna play
Yeah,
it?
this is a very specific common fact that we recently started referring it to Jokoki. Sorry, I had to make that joke.
Yeah, it's part of this community, you have to make it. Well, the joke comes from because jockeys are quite annoying, special to deal with because their hitboxes are so broken.
So yeah, if you just start playing this game, yeah, you're gonna be really annoyed by the jockeys.
And they're even more horrible in speedrunning because you can't really stop to kill it sometimes. Oh yeah, and
Jockeys.
files are interesting as well. But you can continue yours.
Yeah, I wanted to say that the jockeys' hitboxes are really, really bad.
Yeah.
And as like the jockey, you know, the mechanic of the jockey is that it tries to get on your head and then it rides you, but quote of course. And but the way it's programmed, it's that it doesn't matter where the jockey is. It can be like right at your feet, but if the jockey has enough speed, it just latches onto you, and even though it grab you like, even though it's like way below your head, it just still gets up on your head anyway.
Yeah. And
So
like,
yeah,
well,
it will most of the times not make sense.
Through that
yeah, and
playground.
why Choco throws piles above like every other thing is because the zombies are attracted to the bile bomb, the green fluid. So when throwing it out of bounds,
Where
the
you
zombies
all
are
at?
actually like going towards the bile rather than the player, like they should be, and that stops the zombies from
Let's
like
cut
coming
through
to
the
you and
garage sale.
spawning. So that's used as well for a few times through the run.
Burning shit coming!
So it's gonna be some bunny hopping, and also trying to remember adrenaline spawns.
That was
I
clean.
almost
can't
didn't make it.
remember how important are adrenaline spawns on Jumpman.
They're definitely important on hard rain, considering you just lose all your speed if you miss one. So having it is always useful in water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's thinking
anyone
also
out
that
there?
in Jumpman you can like jump around the buildings a little bit easier.
Yeah, you can hard rain. I think Choco you buffed at most of the newer skip founds, right?
Yeah. I'll actually be
So,
doing
yeah.
one of them that I noticed and executed in world record here. Coming back to this location.
Quiet, y'all.
So we're out of bounds right now.
No light.
There's also a really funny clip up here that you can just use to skip going all the way around that big wall.
Oh yeah, right. There's a gigantic wall above this pathway. I honestly have no idea why. There's also this whole area like above, just clipped for some reason.
Look.
From your infinite wisdom.
Hello, tank. Goodbye, tank.
Where you all at?
And here we're gonna skip elevator ride going down because elevators are slow.
Yeah, and just use the double jump to negate the fall damage and just be hopping to the end.
There's gas in the safe room. I know we can do better than that.
And the gimmick with this campaign is that you go back the way you came. So we came to this gas station to pick up some gas that we're going to bring to Virgil because he needs it for his boat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be run back, and the items spawns are gonna be preserved. So what we saw on the first and second map, it's also gonna appear on these maps. Yeah, that's why it's important to remember the adrenaline spawns on the way.
We can take the elevator back up.
I
And
think I
here-
remember. Oh yeah, that's how you skip them. Yeah, I was like trying to remember how are you managing to skip the elevator right here, and yeah, that's why. Just climb up this thing.
Yeah, as you can see, double jumps break the game pretty much.
And solo is practically impossible to skip that elevator ride.
Yeah, and usually getting a tank spawn as well there, usually 90% of the time kills the run as well.
Here's the window skip that I noticed while looking around in the campaigns. Just goes back the way we went first time.
Yeah, and because it has rained a lot now that we are coming back, everything is flooded. Quite literally everything. So don't touch the floor because it's lava.
Yep.
I hear a jockey.
And like we earlier mentioned, you are very
Can't be
slow
all
in
this
water.
rain.
Yeah, that's why we need a lot of adrenalines. Especially for that map that is coming up now.
Yes, and Adren lasts about 15 seconds if I remember correctly.
Where you all at?
Yeah, something around it.
Town's
Yeah.
flooded. Let's try to leave.
I did notice there is an adrenaline in the ambulance on this one, so I can pick that up and go a bit faster.
Yeah, so pathing changes depending on how you get Adren basically, so you can take a faster route by basically running through the water rather than going top of buildings and cars and fences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But people
no.
still use
So
the
Choco
fence.
took a really good, had a really good bunny hopping here, so
Yes.
it didn't really lose that much time.
Yeah, and usually many people still go on the fences and roofs because they're completely flat, so you can really easily time your P-hops. And well, the ground here is uneven, so and you cannot see the ground because of the water too.
It's not only like the hardest map to find a bunch, so you also don't see the ground.
Yeah.
So
That shit
it's
was too goddamn close.
yeah,
This is
it's
looking
really
weirdly
difficult.
close to world record.
Yes, that's what I've been looking to for the past few minutes. Like it's actually
What's
really
the water
good
go?
run.
43 some.
Yeah, 43. And this finale lasts about 3 minutes if it's executed well. And well, on jump ban it's always executed well because you don't have to worry about bot game.
Oh yeah, but I totally forgot about the bots. They don't exist here. They're like they make your life really hard on this map if you have the bots.
And here we get into a weird cut spot that if you overstrafe out of, you die. So it's a little risky if you're panicking.
Yeah, there are many runs that died to that fall. And now it's important to kill the commons that you see, because if you have a line of sight with the commons, then they will not despawn.
And making the finale way slower.
Yeah.
There's only 2 bad tank spawns for this god spot. Both are practically close to Choco. They're like a few meters away from him.
Hey, speaking of that,
Oh no.
we got lucky there.
Oh, yeah, that's extremely lucky.
Thank you,
really,
Tank.
really lucky. That's also saving time, which is pretty funny.
So it's a bad RNG and
There's-
RNG.
There's like one instance where in solo, someone had the fastest event ever. It was like 258. I think it was Bill underscore play 3. So he got the tank spawn at the end, and he got the community gold for that event.
So
Just
community
because
gold
his
team.
tank died faster. Usually what happens is that the tank like tries to path to you in a straight line, and it gets stuck in the wall. And after like 5 or 7, I think it was 7 seconds, it dies. But because right here he spawned really close to Choco, it walked over Choco's head and fell into water, and this is how he saved that time.
Yeah, and like the bad thing that can happen there, the tank somehow does his punch correctly and punches Choco off the god spot, well, into the water, thus killing him.
Yeah, it depends on the spawn, but yeah, Choco got a really good spawn here, so just walked off, killed himself in the water, and
I did lose 25 seconds to a bad tank spawn in my PB, so I can definitely get a 42 soon here. And this just about closes my run. Willingly get hit to get 69. Nice.
Funny number! That was a
That's
clean, nice run.
That was, like, very good, actually. I'm really surprised on how well that went.
also isn't. No, you're not using RTA, right?
I'm not,
No, this is in game time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
RTA, this would
was
probably be
still-
around 48 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really close to a record.
If I was recording demos.
Let's see the jump on. It's 43:10. Yeah. Well, that beat Berhag's time, right? And vocals as well.
That was really fun.
Nothing actually went wrong. Yeah, that was a fun run. Nothing went wrong. Got good RNG on Atrium. The only bad RNG was Symmetry RNG, right?
Yeah, that was the worst RNG, which could
What was
have
it about?
lost me the record if I was recording demos, but I don't think so. I don't think it loses 38 seconds.
It's I don't think it's that much.
It loses about 10-15.
While we're here at the end of this run, I do want to shout out our community. We have the mods and verifiers, Master, Bill, Eurus, who is one of our commentators, Acids, Vogeltech, Mike, and Lunatic, as well as many others. You can go to speedrun.com/L4D2 to check out the leaderboards and get a link to the Discord where we host all of the old versions if you ever think about speedrunning this game.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun run, but I must admit, very challenging. So might be annoying sometimes. But yeah,
For
if
sure.
you want a real challenge, then yeah, definitely try this game.
I also wish the next runners good luck and thank you for checking this run out.
Yeah, and remember to have fun, guys.
Yep.